Good morning, this is Graham Bibby on the 12th of August 2016. I'm coming to you with a very, very positive update. Something quite exciting to me has happened, and that's in the space of uranium. You know, I've been talking about this for many years, let's say, maybe 12 years, maybe 15 years, and we've been in some great bull runs in uranium, but uranium's been in a downtrend almost since Fukushima, topped out around that point, and it's been down, down, down ever since then. So look at this chart here. This shows you the severity of it. I don't think we've even gone back far enough there. This is the severity of the fall. This is uranium resources, and this is where it was in 2007. 2007, this stock was, well, north of 1200. Yes, 1200. And it went down recently to somewhere just over $1. Well, I don't know what that is, but it sounds like 99.9%. There was a breakout in uranium in 2010 after all this negative psychology got out of the way. And just in that short space of time, if we have a look here, this fund ran from this stock ran from $47 to over 300. Virtually, I think 400. So it was about 10 times increase in something like 8 months. That's what can happen when there's a shortage in supply and there's going to be a dramatic increase in demand. However, when negative psychology, and it's not rational psychology, hits in, the unfortunate events in Fukushima were never going to change the outlook for uranium, nor were never going to change the outlook for nuclear energy. That caused negative psychology, and what was then 400 went down to 1. This is why you cut your losses. No matter how good an area looks, you don't know where anything can go, and it can go anywhere. So let's just look what happened last night, because I know from my inner circle, my mastermind group of investor intelligence, the millionaires, the billionaires, the companies who have 45 of the best analysts, companies who have had 200 million a year paid to them for their research. This is the top of the top. Were telling me that we've gone way past the bottom in uranium. There's going to be a massive shortage in uranium, and the next upward leg, when the psychology changes, will be bigger than anything we've seen before. Now, last night, you can't even see it on this chart, so this is the last 18 months, when uranium resources just in the last 18 months went from 40 to below 1. But now we have to zoom, we have to zoom, we have to zoom, we have to zoom, we have to zoom. And here, boom, last night, what happened? This stock was up 33%, you got the figure right, in one evening. Now, we've been in and out of uranium resources. Unfortunately, the volatility of this stock has made us lose money. But when you're at the bottom fishing of a stock that was 1200 and went down to the region of 1, your upside is huge. Because we could go from 1 to 1,200, where it used to be. So 10,000 can become 1.2 million. That's the upside. That's the balance of risk reward. You might have seen me put recently that poor investing thinking, poor thinking tries to avoid risk, but rich thinking manages risk, and it also manages risk reward. If your downside is it might be wrong and you might lose 5%, 10%, but your upside is 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, 1,000 times for risking 10%. That's the kind of risk reward. And in an area we know that is dramatically undervalued, uranium is costing more to get to the market than they're selling it for. So most of the competition's gone, and China is building more nuclear energy plants than anywhere. and they're funding nuclear energy plants in the UK and in the US. This is a long-term thing. I know we've got hydrogen. I know we've got all these other things. We've got wind, we've got waves, but we need it all. The world's population is growing rapidly. So let's flip across quickly to the stock that we do have and done very nicely in Uranium Energy Corporation. Now this stock I like because it's been less volatile. It popped out here. This was the breakout of the downtrend. It then corrected back, so we went in, we came out, and then, because you often get this, people who didn't get out here think, I have an opportunity, let's get out. And then we got in, bouncing around a bit, and then it's broken out with the other one. So this looks to me as if it could be the start of a significant move in uranium, which will then add to our positions in things like this. Is your portfolio doing stuff like this? Look at this. This is since February. I'm so excited about all this because I love what I do. It's not work. I love finding investments from nowhere. And Cure Mining is just mentioned on Bloomberg as one of the top performing silver stocks. It's not actually the top performing, but they said it was, but it's not. First Majestic's better than that. And how do I know? Because this is what I do. This is why they had me on Bloomberg, CNBC, etc. And never even tell me what they're going to talk to me about, because I do all of this. And I do this with you. I'm empowering you. I give you the buy and sell signals. There's never been, there isn't a service like this on the planet where you get a 35-year worth of experience looking at investments for you, because I want to help as many people as I can on this planet. And if I help you, then from the profits that we make, because I take a percentage of your profits or you give them to me, we can help a lot of kids that don't have food, shelter, and the opportunities that perhaps we had. Even if we think we had a tough upbringing, you just try going to Africa or India or some places in Thailand or even Philippines and Brazil or wherever, people living in shacks and then washing in mud and filth. So anyway, let's do a little bit if we can. So this is a new high. Now, I just want to tell you that in our undervalued superior earnings, we got some good looking stocks. It's been difficult to find, but this is LGI Homes, which is in real estate business, near a new high, corrected a bit recently, but it's looking good. But the most thing I'm most excited about is my mirroring service. My mirroring service is where I'm looking at more aggressive positions, and I only started that 9 weeks ago, and it's up 120% in 9 weeks. Target is only a focused portfolio, and to target 100% per annum. And I'm going to do that with exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds are funds listed on a stock exchange. So they're a fund which is a pool of investments, means you've got a spread of investments. For example, boom, this is Russia. I've been mentioning about Russia. It was down, 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 and now it's at a new high recently. Back in February, it was somewhere in the region of 25. It's 70 now. And boom, 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 boom. We could go back a bit further than that. Boom! Whoa! Whoa! This is amazing. What was about 3,500? 3,500. Look over here. The way we jumped, this level here, which is where we were, is 3,500, and here it went down to. Well, let's take a look. Can't even see it on there. Here it went down to about 20 from 3,500. So we're nearly at 70 now from 3,500. So we're only down about 98%, 99%. So the upside is 100 times your money if it goes back to that level. So opportunities galore. Emerging markets, new high, told you about it, EDC, love it. Emerging markets are all been hit. Emerging markets is where the growth is. 2011, this fund was somewhere in the region of 300. And where did it go? It went down to 30, from 300 down 90%. Now we're on an uptrend, so the upside from here is about 10 times, somewhere in that region. So we've got that sort of story with, where do we go, where do we go, where do we go? Look, what am I looking for? Thailand, boom! all sorts of problems in Thailand, but a huge uptrend and a nice breakout again last night. Thailand was in the region of 30 in February. Now 75. Is that the sort of thing your portfolio is doing? I very much doubt it, because no one looks at the world like I do. So anyway, I'm not going to blow my trumpet too much, but I do love what I do, and I want to encourage you to join me. Here's Indonesia. So you can have a local brokerage account, put money into this account, tell me how much money's in it, and I will tell you exactly how many shares to buy. I will monitor it for you every day, and I'll tell you when to sell. And once you've joined the Insiders Club, you're just paying me from profits. Woo! So I get paid from what I make. You don't pay me, because I know I can do this. So anyway, let's just go back to February time. This fund was 20, and now it's 26. Well, does that sound? I don't know how your maths work, but that is 30% return. Now, to get that return in Australia in a bank, you've got to keep your money in a bank about 50 years. in Singapore or Hong Kong, you just don't get any return. And in Singapore, you get a minus if you've got over a certain amount. And in most of European countries, you pay your money to go into the bank. That's why I'm telling you some tangible investments, some gold and silver investments, not the physical, certain stocks, certain funds, have the ability right now to make you, in the next few years, financially free. You can make more money. The potential is there to make more money than what I've seen in 35 years of being in this business. So this is Graham Bibby, and it is the 12th of August, and I've gone 12 minutes saying, come on, join me. Send me a message. Let's chat on Skype. Send me what you've got. Let me have a look. I'm here to help you. Find out more. You've got nothing to lose. See you soon, and I hope to see you joining the investor intelligence of the Insider Club. Be on the inside. You know the truth behind the investing game. Don't be the pawn in the game. Let's start playing the game professionally and profitably. Over and out, Graham Bibby.